Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Now the other day I decided I was going to purchase a secondary monitor just so that I could keep an eye on my recording software whilst playing games. You know, nothing fancy, just a 22-inch screen that would sit in the corner and help me a little bit when it comes to making these videos. Anyway, about a week ago I placed an order for an £80 or £90 monitor online. Nothing too fancy, as I say. But shortly after placing this order, I received an email from the company I had bought it from telling me that they had actually run out of stock and that they could send me a suitable replacement because they were listing these monitors without actually having any in the warehouse. You know, at first I thought, this sounds a bit dodgy, but I decided to play along. I said, fair enough, send me a suitable replacement. You never know, I could end up with something a little better. So fast forward to today, and the delivery driver has just turned up and offloaded a rather small looking package, something that didn't look significant enough to house a 22-inch monitor. This was okay because I've ordered some other PC parts in the week and I thought it could be any one of those items. After opening the padded envelope, which was the first worry, I noticed that we did indeed have some monitor cables, and underneath this a tiny little box. So next thing you know, I'm opening this package and I've pulled this out. Now this isn't 22 inches. I don't even think it's that close, you know. I've got big hands, but they're not 22 inches wide or long. This is not a suitable replacement. I found it very funny when I actually opened the box, but then I quickly realised I'd spent 80, 85, 90 pounds on this thing, and yeah, it was going to have to go back, but not without hooking it up to my gaming PC first to see how good this thing actually is. It's even got an HDMI port on here, so you can hook it straight up to your gaming PC with no problem. And it even came with this sweet looking stand. So yeah, it can sit on a desk as a traditional monitor would, or television, and make the room come alive. Your friends will be jealous when they walk in and see this taking pride of place on your desk. So I've equipped the little stand and it looks pretty cute. I'm sure for CCTV purposes or use with a Raspberry Pi it would be ideal, at least for some users. I'm not sure I equipped the base all that correctly, but I mean, talk about adjustability. This is the sort of customization some big brand 4 and 8K displays are lacking. With this, you'll certainly never worry about viewing angles ever again. Ah, perfection. Along the bottom of the tough plastic bezel we have a few essential buttons, including the menu, navigational arrows and the source selector. On the side we've got the power connector, a full-size HDMI port and a VGA port, which uses a mini USB to VGA adapter cable, hence the shape of the hole. This thing may be small, but so far it seems we have all the modern conveniences. So now it's setup time. To save you the bother of watching me fiddle about with the cables, I'll use a little bit of magic to speed up the process. There we are. Now first of all, I used an HDMI cable, but this only gave us a not supported message before hitting us with a no signal banner. No big deal because the VGA cable worked perfectly, though it did mean I had to hook it up to a less than stellar performer, a graphics card known as the GeForce 210. Vibrant colours, a crisp display, and a faultless image. 3 things that this does not have. Honestly, the display is better than I thought though. Remember, this isn't supposed to be a gaming monitor and most sellers don't try and shift it as one, so I don't really have grounds to complain. Well, maybe I do, as this was supposed to be a replacement for a 22-inch model, but at least it's returnable. The default resolution is 1024 by 768, at least that's what Windows 10 defaults to, and it has a 12 ms response time. There's a little ghosting, but there's no need to call Scooby and the gang. I ran CSGO with default settings and things looked a little washed out. A blue hue seemed to dominate the landscape, but there was still an acceptable level of clarity to the detail if you look closely. I have definitely seen worse displays in my time, and with more attention paid to calibration, it would be usable as part of some sort of portable gaming rig. if that takes your fancy. Any black bars you see are a result of the camera and aren't visible during the actual usage, though if you get up close, the whole display does have a slight fuzz to it. There's also a couple of built-in speakers on the back which won't leave the managing director of Bose quaking in his boots, but they do sound okay. Overall, as a portable monitor, it does fine. Hook it up to a Raspberry Pi or CCTV system and it will do you a good turn. Staring at it for long hours as a primary monitor will probably induce a headache or 10 and eye strain, but it may even suit my original intention of displaying recording software on another screen, even if I do have to squint. So there we have it. I had no intentions of reviewing a monitor today. I wasn't even going to review the monitor that turned up should the actual thing have turned up, but there we go. I thought, why not? It's been a little bit silly, but I hope you've enjoyed it nonetheless. If you did, leave a like on it down below, leave a dislike if you didn't, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and hopefully I'll see you all in the next one where we'll be building a PC with the classic i5 2500K.